said, we're going to get right into this action. Seattle Sloths versus Atlanta Dazed Platinum Mix action brought to you exclusively here on the COD Rec League Top Live Goon with Cash. And you can see that both of these teams are starting off trying to get to this P1. Atlanta Dazed gets there first, but there's instantly kills going back and forth between both teams. Nobody with the clear advantage, but Atlanta Dazed does start off with the early kill time.
Yeah, Atlanta Dazed get through and hold it from the front well. They win the gunfights, like you said. Quite the pinstripe kill feed we had. But as I say that, Jeff is on the flank here and going to try to shoot a couple players in the back. Tries to get out and gets one over at Zig. Now cuts down another one. Going for the third is unable to. Zigzag gets two of his own. And now back on the hill is Seattle Sloth. But the Atlanta Dazed, they do their job, get the first 20 seconds of time, and now can lock up this rotation to P2. So a win on P1, you get a good amount of time there on the bad side, and you can get this rotation started for P2. Just a few crucial gunfights to win here on rotation.
Yeah, they're starting off on this rotation. They did win those couple of gunfights that they needed to win. BK and Zigzag were the two who did win those couple of guns, but they got one more left. That's Teeny taking out Grizz, and that's Atlanta Dazed with full control of this hill. There's one more player, that's Jeff coming over, but Teeny holding down this hill. He's not going to let none of these players from Seattle Sloths take him out. Here comes Furry. Furry finally takes him out. He should get traded out quickly by BK, and he does get traded out. The field keep, like he said, it just keep going back and forth, but the favorite right now in control of Seattle Sloths.
Seattle Sloths do break in and get control, and with 30 seconds left, this will be a good amount of time. Not only can they swing the lead in their favor, but they can grow upwards of a 20-point lead. Atlanta Dazed are going to look to give this another crack and at least see if they can get another contestant for the time being. They don't want to lose these left-hand side of the spawns. That's why you see Zigzag playing so deep and around fire, ensuring that no Seattle Sloths players can get through and play spoiler on spawns. Now it's just a matter of holding a couple pre-aims and winning some gunfights. Jeff is able to find one on Zigzag, but because the team's in the back, they are able to still get these spawns, and they only are down 10 points here. So if they can lock down a significant chunk of time, they can look to lead back in their favor. Seattle are going to look to try to work a pinch on the hill and get a quick break. They're moving in through B Street and through pillar statues now.
And that's the kills that they needed. They're finally into this hill. They got one player, that's player 5, Royal, but in the back, holding down those close dock spots for the size of Atlanta Dazed. So they're going to have to try to make sure they try to get these players from Atlanta Dazed responding too quick, but it was just too late. Too much power came in. The break came in for Atlanta Dazed, but right now, nobody is currently on this hill as the kills just keep going back and forth. Grizz finally does step on, trying to get the last of this P3, but this P3 is supposed to be a money hill, Cash, but nobody really collected that much money here.
Yeah, and for Atlanta Dazed, that's got to feel like a loss because Seattle, you're contesting it from the bad side, also finding a way to get some time. And by the end of this, like you said, a money hill, what should be a significant lead for Atlanta, they don't walk away with. Sure, Seattle also could have tried to go for spawns. They weren't able to, but they at least kept it contest heavy from the front, kept the right-hand side of the map spawns, and now can try to lock down a good bit of P4 time, only down 15 or so points. So if you're Seattle, you're kind of okay with how this map has gone for the time being. You'd like to see them tighten up on rotations just a little bit, and it can start with a significant bit of this P4 time. This hit is coming in from Long Street and through P5, but these Seattle players, they've got their pre-aims held and they're locking it down. 2 kills already going their way.
Yeah, Royal's making his way to the back, trying to break the hill to Grizz. He does find Grizz. He did get the one player that was on the hill. Impulse did jump in, get the nice trick, trying to get a 2, but he gets traded out by Jeff. And there is still Seattle Star players on this hill. The lead is 80 to 72 currently right now. They're doing a great job of just playing up, getting in nice, good positions, not letting these players from Atlanta Dazed get close enough to this P4. They end up getting accruing a lot of time on that P4, which you don't really see. There is a battle right now between Jeff and Tinny, and Jeff ends up winning that battle. The rotation is currently on to this P5, and it looks like it's going to be Furry would be the first one there, but he got to see if he can find Zigzags behind him, and Zigzag takes him down.
A really scrappy hill, but Seattle Sloths walk out with the majority of the time. Atlanta Dazed once again being asked to respond in some way. Fortunately for Atlanta, they were able to break in at about the 40-second mark and at least keep the lead from getting too big. Neither team been able to have a play that really explodes and extends their lead, but that could have been the one. 2 kills there in mid-map. Start to pin Atlanta Dazed deep in that P4 spawn area, and now over 100 points, lead growing out to over 20 points. This could be what Seattle needed to blow this game wide open. They also have the left-hand side of the spawn maps. If they can hang on to those for the next 20 seconds, they could really start to explode this time. Atlanta, you've got to try to answer back.
Yeah, Teeny right here. He's on the hill currently trying to get this hard point time for his team. There was a rotation that tried to go on for Royal for Atlanta Dazed, but he got taken down. Now you got player BK trying to push in from this P3 side, trying to see if he can get some kills to hold to secure the spots for his team, but he gets taken down. You still have Royal close enough to this P5 hill, but as this P1 jumps off, you got Seattle Sloths currently on this hill.
And they're trying to get zoned out in and around to find these Atlanta players. Grizz is going to get a huge kill mid-map. Not going to be aware that someone's behind them. Teeny picks up one and flies upstairs to get on this hill. Impulse, they're ready and pops two. Keep P1 under wraps. That lead once again back up to 20 points. They know these players are spawning at fire in deep P3. Player 1 and Jeff going to try to play spoiler, at least start to slow down that attack and get his teammates ready. 2 for 1 in the kill feed. Atlanta, the break opportunity is on with 30 seconds left, but Impulse makes a great read through Secret Door and is able to find him there. Unfortunately, teammates are losing the gunfights in and around the site, but you got a majority of that time, and once again, have the favorable side of the map for P2. Will they take advantage of it? We'll find out, but the scrap time still up for grabs for the time being.
Yeah, Seattle Sloths right now just had a great P1. Now they're rotating to this P2 hill. Furry, he's already here. He knows that these players are coming from this dock side, and he gets one kill before he gets traded out. So as this P2 starts off, nobody is currently on it, but it looks like Atlanta Dazed did win the key rotation battle. So they're going to jump on this hill first. The first battle that they're going to have is going to be between Grizz and probably Jeff, but he took his time, waited for his teammates, which is a great play you like to see when teams are trying to break. Grizz comes in for the nice first kill, looking for two, and that is the break that they needed for the Seattle Sloths to break into this hill and cast. That was a great job of them grouping up as a team to make sure they got into this hill solid.
It was a great job. It got them the break, like you had said, and now they're starting to run up that lead even more, at least keeping it extended out to about 50 points. And whenever they get those breaks, we're sending players like Jeff and Impulse out to try and not only zone out around the hard point, but just try to make things scrappy off spawn for Atlanta. Don't give them just a one-lane route back to the point. Make them have to go through a couple gunfights first. Look at how in-your-face Seattle already is at P3. It's 1 for 1 in the feed now. Spawn still up for grab as player 6 and Zigzag is playing deep. Ends up popping a 2-piece to clear it out. Fury, the last one left in the hill, has to wait for the teammates and will end up falling. Atlanta Dazed desperately need this bit of time substantially, but it's zoning around the site. Seattle, they're trying to make a play.
Yeah, but Atlanta Dazed, they finally got in this hill. Let's see if this time around they can finally get a money hill. And BK starts off with a nice 2-piece. So that starts it off good at this first 15 seconds to go on this hill. It's 143 to 178 right now. If Atlanta Dazed can hold this here, you can see them right back into this game. BK trying to be a menace in the fury. In the fire. Teeny is playing Teeny just playing good inside this hill. And it start off with the first opening second. It's all Atlanta Dazed.
This has brought them right back in the game, and mostly that comes to Zigzag, who plays so deep and anchors those spawns. Even though players like Teeny and BK were winning the gunfights in the site, even if you got a 3 down, if you're Seattle, you still have Zigzag in the back ensuring those spawns for Atlanta. So Seattle didn't get any of that time. Finally, a money hill turnaround, and Top Life, wouldn't you know, we're back at a tied game as we head to P4. Seattle gonna look to try to answer back, but we couldn't be closer as we approach the 200-point mark.
Yeah, this is why we like this platinum action at the COD Reckoning, because even when you think the games are over, they're not really over. But as this P4 starts off, it was 4 in the kill feed for the Seattle Sloths. There goes another 5. Jeff is currently on A4th Street. See if he can turn and burn, but his teammate Grizz has his back. And as the first set of rotations came by, you can see that Seattle Sloths did do a great job of getting a lot of time on this P4, and it looks like they're going to try to do it again as they already done got the first 30 seconds on this hill.
It's up to Royal to make a big play here on the flank. He's got to try to throw a different look at Seattle. They're all expecting them to funnel through this train lane. Jeff starts to sniff it out and ends up getting the kill there, so that stops that flank attack from coming in. And you have to start to contest some of this if you're Atlanta. Only 10 seconds of time left, but you can't let Seattle get any more time for free. Everything has to be contested now that they're within 25 points of winning. There is presence here in Zigzag on P5 to try to get some of this time early, but once again, Atlanta, as quickly as you tied the game up, you are once again down by 60 points.
Yeah, man, you just never see a money hill on P4, but that's what we did just currently see from Seattle Sloths almost 2 times. But as P5 starts off, you can see that Atlanta Dazed already got the first 15 seconds to make this a 192 to 232 game. Kill feed going back and forth, but Jeff ends up winning that last battle for his team. They can win it here, Seattle Sloths, if Atlanta Dazed does not make a break. There's 30 seconds left on the hard point. Atlanta Dazed has jumped on with 3 nice kills by by the side of Atlanta Dazed. They're fighting on as a team, but they're going to have to make sure they secure these rotations, Cash.
If I'm Seattle, you know that Atlanta can't win it here. You've got to try to find a lane to get through, to get to P1 spawns, and that is not happening. Players are falling all around. Train is your last lane, and they know where Grizz is on this outer street. They find him. So for Atlanta, this is the ideal situation. You end up getting a majority of that P5 time. You put yourself right back in the game. You cannot let Seattle break, and you're not aware of the pinches coming through just yet. 3 coming in through Train. It's going to be player 6 and Zigzag that could decide the game for the time being. You've just got to hold on. Still 3 players up. They're going to try to wait off spawn. Trying to work picks. It's going the way of Seattle for now.
Oh, here we go. Seattle Sloth, Impulse. He's in the hill. He finally gets the kill. There's 3 for Impulse right there. He's currently on a 4th streak. They only need 7 seconds. Seattle Sloths to win this hill, and Impulse may have got the kills to do it. There's one last player right here. He is on a 5, and he ends it on a nice 5 streak. And Seattle Sloths, behind that last big play of Impulse, win the game 250 to 227. But Cash, that was one hell of a hard point.
That was quite the hard point. Atlanta never quite got the footing they needed to take the lead and grow it out. We'll see what routes they end up trying to take here and see if they look to work and to get the bomb down quickly. In Search and Destroy, I love quick objective play because I think that just puts the pressure on the defense. So often you're like, the offense has the pressure to make a play and get the bomb down. But once you do that, you hit the defense with the Uno reverse card. And we've already opened to the first blood, 2 by the way of Jeff. So I think offensively speaking, things are going to be at a standstill.
Just like that, Cash, the round is over in the favor of Seattle Sloths. I mean, Jeff went big with 2 nice kills. I think these players came through mid. I didn't quite. I mean, I did see the first kill, but I didn't see his second kill. I think they came through mid behind that heady, and Jeff just beamed Teeny. I think it was Teeny the first one he took off, but Fury went 2, Jeff went 2, and that's just an opening quick first round by the Seattle Sloths. Let's see how Atlanta Dazed responds here.
Off the break, Seattle are going to very much heavily pour in pressure towards this A site. Mid control is given to Atlanta Dazed, and player 3 Teeny has crossed through and is already in alley. So that's a lot of pressure on Seattle to have to be aware of this before they can get anything done. They need to try to find a pick and open something up because they are essentially pinned right now. Player 6 and Impulse is who they're waiting on. He gets sniffed out, and now for Atlanta Dazed, the defensive pounce is on Teeny. It's up to him to try to find this bomb planner.
Oh, he does find him. Teeny over Fury playing in a nice little credit quarter to make it 4-1 for the size of Atlanta Dazed. Last one up is Grizz. He's in this little well area. Let's see if he can make a play, but no, Royal finds him, and that's Atlanta Dazed tying their Search and Destroy up 1-1.
We handshake rounds, and both teams go through their defenses flawlessly, not dropping a single life. Like you said, some guys that really like to grind S&D here, and right now these first couple rounds just trying to feel each other out. It's been hyper-aggression through the mid-map that has resulted in these guys finding success on both sides defensively. We'll see if offensively we get another look or an adjustment, or maybe they try to counter it with aggression. At least on the offensive side, you've got to get mid-map control in order to give yourself a chance at that A site. You know, Jeff and Impulse are going to be flying at you. Will you be ready for it?
Well, Royal starts off with a nice kill on the Jeff, so there goes Jeff. That's a great kill to take out Jeff, because Jeff was holding down mid-map. Now it's Grizz on to Royal, but Royal just jump shots him, takes him out. Royal's currently on a 3 streak. He's currently, the bomb did get flashed, but he ran right into the gunfire of Teeny with a nice kill on the Fury. Impulse, last guy alive for his team. The bomb is getting planted on this A side. Maybe no, they probably just turned around. Let's see if Impulse can make a play. He does find Teeny. See if he can find BK. He find BK, but there's Royal right there for the last trade. And there's Atlanta Dazed taking the round 2-1, Cash.
That was a good one for Atlanta to take. Royal there with the trade. Impulse could have taken all 3. That is definitely a guy that you would like in a clutch situation to give your team the best chance to take it. Unfortunately, can't pull it off there. Would have been some heroics, no lie. He would have been able to take that. Atlanta Dazed now back on defense. They take an offensive round, and if they can take the defense here, go up 2 rounds more importantly, and just get themselves that much closer to that all-desired round 6. An A approach coming in on offense here. Impulse with some clean shots off the break.
Yeah, Impulse is just coming through, just being impulsive right now. Just shooting his gun as straight as he can shoot it as he gets that first blood. It's 4-3, like the bomb's going down on this A side. Zigzag does take out Impulse, caught him on that monument. Teeny has made the play on the Fury. Teeny's the last one alive. It's a 1v2, but they did know the shot. Teeny runs away with his life, trying to play this top area. The bomb's going down onto this A site. Let's see if Teeny can make a play, if he can be clutch, try to win this round as he's making his way through the church area, but he gets read out quickly, and Seattle Sloths tie this series up 2-2.
Good awareness by Seattle to have an idea that Teeny was playing in and around church. You saw Jeff's arrow on the mini map playing like he had an idea that, okay, I'm thinking he's got to be here. There's no way he slipped back through. Makes a great read and stops the clutch from happening. They answer back with an offense of their own. So the first two rounds were defensive very strongly. These two offensively, no team's giving a B look just yet, but it's really been decided off of those opening breaks who's getting the first bloods and capitalizing on the map position from there. That's what's given teams a lot of success.
Yeah, BK starts off with a nice kill on the Grizz, but Ferry hits BK with the grenade, so it's 3-3 right now. This bomb has made it to this A site. A site looks like it's clear. Let's see if it goes down. The bomb is going down on A. You can see that Zigzag had a nice little play from this well area. They try to go through where Royal gets impulse, but Jeff quickly trades out Royal to make this a 2v2 bomb down on this A site. You see that they're working together. Fury and Jeff working together, but Zigzag makes the read onto Jeff. Leaves Fury in a 1v1. First is Zigzag. Let's see who wins this round.
But interesting to see if Fury hopped that. He opted not to and decides to chow around U corner where the Atlanta Dazed player was ready and wait. They go up 3-2 now, taking another offensive round. Zigzag having a solid performance, 3-3, nothing crazy, but doing enough in these clutch situations to ensure the team gets a couple rounds. And now that we are halfway through the search and destroy, I mean, Top Life, has anything crazy stood out to you thus far?
I mean, just the plays by, it's crazy. Impulse, he's 3-4 right now, but it just seems like he's been going absolutely insane. So I just think if he can just just stay more of on a positive note, you can see that, that they're probably, the Seattle Sloths probably get way more comfortable, but we did see a big boomstick miss right there by the size of BK, and it's still a 4-4.
No one with a kill for the first blood. Teeny does get it there. Impulse, I thought, had the sniper, but Grizz trades it anyway. Zigzag able to quickly respond and get Impulse off the map. Turns the corner and has another one. No problem. Give him the third. Is going to try to and falls short. Fury able to get the kill there, but in a 1v2 situation, knows he's pinned in this bomb site, trying to wait for someone to come through with any information before he gets this bomb down, because he knows it's just a matter of time before they try to pinch this.
Yeah, and there is Royal, the last man alive, but he gets the trade onto whoever that was. But it's Atlanta Dazed going up 4-2. It was Perry right there with Royal with the last kill. Royal's currently 6-3, always being that guy, get that last trade for his team right now. And Atlanta Dazed, man, they're looking good in the search and destroy.
They are looking good. They're up 4-2. The aggression that Seattle was showing, you see Zigzag holding that back tree heady, BK trying to combat that with a sniper rifle, trying to keep Seattle at bay and at distance. And when you can do that, you keep those SMGs from being as effective. They're going to make a hard read over to this B side, but quickly on the response, it's going to be Seattle. Will Atlanta know that they're here?
Yeah, I think Ferry just got there a little too late, so he's gonna get hit from behind by Zigzag. Jeff is currently down by this little truck, putting shots onto the bomb carrier. The trades go back. BK gets one impulse, get a kill. Teeny gets the trade on the impulse. Grizz with a nice kill on the Teeny to make it a 2v1. Grizz last one alive. They kind of know where he's at. Let's see if Grizz can find BK. Oh, the timing. He did find them, but BK found Grizz. Atlanta Dazed currently up 5-2 in the series and just one round away from tying this series up, Cash.
They're playing with great tempo right now. It's just really pumped the brakes on Seattle. They haven't been able to match it or combat it in any way. They give a really quick B look, and now their head's going to be scratching even more at match point. Atlanta on defense. You would think this is their round to take, given the defense can generally pull it off more times than not. Seattle not having a ton of success offensively. We'll see if they can find something here and get the ball rolling to stay alive in this one. But Atlanta, depending on how this boomstick goes, man, I mean, this could open up this round for him to take.
Yeah, you see, he just backed up because those nades and those concussion grenades and those flashes were all hitting them. But Royal starts off with a nice opening first blood on the Fury. The bomb is currently down by this A site right now. Another kill by Teeny on the impulse, and Atlanta Days are looking in prime position to win this map, Cash.
They are, and I talked before this map specifically how Impulse and Jeff would be the ones in your face and really making difference on these flanks, and they have been. They have been playing hyper aggressive. It just hasn't worked out well for them because Teeny has gotten through. How often did we see him get across mid map off the opening break or take a route through fire and shoot a player in the side? I think Teeny was one of the bigger impact players there for Atlanta Days. All players playing very solidly. Of course, Zigzag doing a great job holding pre-aims. If you've got great ARs, go ahead and try to hit that A site first and hold those long pre-aims while your SMGs stack around the point and get those scrappy kills. But if you've got strong SMG presence, B is going to be their haven.
Yep, and we are into this control. You can see Atlanta Days looking like they're sending these players to this Seattle Sloths look like they're going towards this A site to start off the game, which is which we have been seeing most likely when these teams start off. They're trying to get this A site out of the way because it is the longer site to get. So there is no segments currently being captured, but BK with a nice two-piece to send these Seattle Sloth players back to their spawn. Look like they may be trying to go for this B site now.
In Berlin, it plays a lot like Gavitu in the sense that you pose the question, okay, how many lives are we going to throw at this A site? A, of course, is still a closer route than Gavitu is, respectively, but it's one where how many lives we're going to throw at this before we just chalk it up and try to get extra time on the board. They threw a couple rounds of lives, pinstripe kill feed, couldn't win it at the end, and are now putting their resources towards this B site. You don't want to get in a spawn trap because that can just bleed your life so quickly. Atlanta are only up 4 lives here. They've got them pinned in and around the site, so whenever they want to collapse, they can. But 2 ticks of progression come in, and a pinstripe kill feed as well. Impulse once again going huge in the respawns to keep this B progression going.
Yeah, Jeff has made his way over to his A site. Almost got 1 segment completed before he finally goes into a gun battle. He gets traded out. This B site is finally secured, so there's another minute onto the clock added on for the side of the Seattle Sloths. It's a 14 to 19 lives for the favor of Atlanta Days, and now they're just gonna do a great job holding down this train, holding down fire, and not letting these players from Seattle Sloths cross into their lanes.
Most definitely, and I think the strongest position defensively to get in is, you kind of touched on it too briefly earlier in the show, was get someone top fire to watch B Street, get someone stairs to watch P5, send 2 people train to run around and watch, and really defensively, you've got all your lanes covered. Of course, when someone falls, you've got to be quick on that rotation. Grizz in the site now, making work of a couple Atlanta Dazed players to try and get progression as the reinforcements come in, but for Seattle, you've only had 1 person up here. Fortunately, they're holding their own. Impulse with another 2-piece. 3-stack coming in, and he is mowing these players out of P3 spawn.
Yeah, and that's the one thing that I always say. Like, once you get those kills that you need to break into the A site, all these players from Atlanta Days had to just come from that P3 right into the gunfire. But there is a nice little contention at the end for Atlanta Days. It's 4-3 right now, but the kills do go in the favor for Seattle Sloths, and that almost got mixy at the end. Right there, Cash.
It did, and you see Impulse here. I mean, 8-3. I think he's on a 5 streak right now. I could be wrong, but was on a kill streak for sure. And yeah, doing what he needs to get this done. But like you said, whenever you can get that clean 4 down, now you have the defense channeling through one lane. There's not enough time to take a route through fire, because even if you take a route through fire, that's going to send you up pillar stairs, still that same lane through the front of hill. So if you can quickly collapse on that site, now you have the defense running at you, hold your pre-aim, and get the job done, because you can stack that and the progression goes up quickly. Atlanta Dazed, they're trying to do the same thing here off the rip over at this A site.
Yeah, they sent all their players to this A site, and you can see that they got the open kills. Royal with 2, followed by Teeny right there. That's 3 down for the side of Atlanta Days. Impulse is trying to make a play for his team. There is 1 segment already in control for the sides of Atlanta Days. They're trying to get this second segment. It's almost there. There is 2 players there. BK and Royal are just going big right now on this hill. Royal currently on a 5. BK on a 2. Royal just got his 6th streak. There is 2 segments, almost 3 segments completed at A. And Atlanta Days has did a great opening job, opening this control off, Cash.
They were so in the face of the Seattle players that they're also up 8 lives at this point. How often on offense do you see the offensive team up in lives by that amount? Atlanta Dazed, this couldn't be a better opening break offensively, but now job's still not done. Things can get scary because if you get wiped off the board like they just did, this spawn trap, if Seattle can get in position, it can be gnarly. And you think, well, it's the closer side, it should be easier. It can be so hard to get off spawn. Look at how far up Seattle's pressed beyond the 50-yard line of the map. It can just be such a problem to get out when you can't find these kills.
Yes, 15-19 in lives right now. Seattle Sloths are doing a great job holding down this B site, not letting these Atlanta Dazed players get by. Grizz is playing his top 10. Jeff just got a nice kill on the zigzag. And that first wave of kills that that first wave of players from Atlanta Dazed who try to go for this B site has gotten taken down. Now this second wave is getting ready to group up and try to push in to this B site, but Impulse and Fury, they are there for the size of the Seattle Sloths to take them down. The next two players are going to be Royal and Zigzag. Royal's coming from this P5 side. Zigzag is coming from the front door. They run into the gunfire of Fury, and Fury with a nice two-piece. It's 12-12 in lives right now. Fury with a 3. It's 12-11 in lives, and Seattle Sloths Cash are doing a great job of holding down this B side, defending this B side.
They have flipped the script. It was 26 or 20, yeah, 26 to 18 in lives favoring Atlanta. It is now 10 to 8. Seattle have made slight work of them in this spawn, and this is what we talked about. You get that harder site first, and honestly, it can be that much harder because you don't have as much room to work with on the map. You're so far backed up that you've got to find a whole wave of kills, but they do that. The stack starts to come in. Jeff has to go big here as all these players are on one tick progression already through. Jeff trying to find the perfect timing and might just here.
Oh, he almost got the perfect time, like you said, but he got traded out. There's the kills right now. Still 3 in the favor of Atlanta Dazed. 3-3, but they finally got taken off this hill right now. It's 3-2 right now in lives. Atlanta Dazed, they have to get these players on this hill. It's 20 seconds left. 3-2. I would rather wanted them to get the segment, but it looks like they're looking for these kills right now. Grizz and Jeff, the last two up for Seattle Sloths. You got BK, Zigzag, and Teeny up for the size of Atlanta Dazed. They finally decide to stack the hill, but Zigzag wins that first battle on Grizz. Jeff, the last one alive, trying to fight for his life, and there's Atlanta Dazed winning the offensive round.
They won that up lives, but did not get all the ticks of progression, and I know they didn't get all 3 of them, of course, because they got the final kill there. So Seattle will still be up in ticks, which will be important if this control looks to go the distance to round 5. But for Seattle, they answered back. Like you said, they tried to look for those kills there at the end, got on the time when they absolutely had to, but pretty solid performances from this Seattle squad here, and a good response from them. Once again, we see this A opening break. Atlanta, are they going to be ready for it? Jeff opens up with a big first blood in mid-map.
Yeah, he's looking for 2, but Royal is there instantly on the read, and there is one player that's Fury. He's currently onto this. He's currently onto his A site, trying to fight these 2 players from Atlanta Dazed, but he gets taken down, and that is that first wave of Seattle Sloths players trying to go for this A site, get taken down, forcing them to try to work this B progression, and they are there. 1 minute 10 left. Clock is stopped. You got Grizz here on this B site, trying to get one segment on this B site while the kill feed is just going back and forth.
Atlanta trying to work positioning around P5 and on the outside of P2, but a lane opens up on B docks. Player 2 and Impulse is running up and through fire and is flipped behind enemy line. Gonna try to cut players off as they work over. Jeff also trying to get this B site contest or A site contested as well, but really it's just waiting on Impulse to make a play. If he can slip through the cracks here and shoot a couple players in the back, could be the call to switch this over to A, or at the very least force Atlanta Dazed to fight a 2-front war.
Yeah, he's taking his time trying to make that play, waiting for his teammates. They're all currently still over here on this B site trying to make plays. Impulse did get 1 kill back there, but now they know he is here. He gets another kill. That's 2 kills. 2 kills, looking for 1 more, but Royal is there to trade him out. They know Jeff is here. Jeff finally gets traded out by BK, so there is the pressure at A lead for the Atlanta Dazed. But now you got Grizz on this B side. He gets taken out by Teeny. Teeny with another kill. He's currently on a 5 streak, looking for 6, but there's Impulse to take him off of that. 14-18 in the last 25 seconds to go, and you finally got these players. Well, you got Seattle Sloths 1 on A and 1 on B right now with a 3 life disadvantage for Seattle Sloths.
Jeff trying to go big over at A, at least pull the eyes of the Atlanta players over there to respect it. That allows the B side to get secured, so you have a minute and a half on the clock. Only down 3 lives, but not that many lives left altogether. You only get a couple goes at this to try and make it work. The mid-map is open. Players for Seattle trying to work up and through it, finding a couple picks here and there, but really no clear opening yet for them to take advantage of. They have to be careful and choose their points of attack. With 60 seconds left, they don't have many of them here, and they desperately need these ticks of progress to really ensure that they get that round number 5.
Yeah, but when you think about it, you really kind of want the offense. Like how offense has
That's
been
true.
working on this Berlin. You kind of want the offense, but nonetheless, you got impulse already here onto this side. You see 3 down, win for the side of Seattle Sloth. So that's exactly what they need. They got these players from Atlanta Days getting ready to push in from this P3 side because they know they got to. They only got to get there, but they do not have to force their lives through this P3 side because there's still a lot of time. At BK, he is currently here on the flank. They did they did get the kills that they needed. The size for Atlanta Days to clear that hill for the time being is 4-7 right now for Seattle Sloths. They got to try to break this hill. Jeff is going to be the man to try to make a play on a Teeny, but no!
Oh
Teeny
no.
turns on him. Now it's 2-6 right now for Seattle Sloths. And ladies and gentlemen, that's why trigger discipline sometimes can haunt you. You got to get the kills when you see it. But Teeny is playing this back stair area, not letting nobody get through. And there's Atlanta Days going up 2-1. They're taking the defense and they're showing the kills from Teeny that was big. That helped Seattle, that helped Atlanta Days defend the hill.
He went big there. It just ended up, like you said, trigger discipline that backfired. For Jeff, you would have loved. I know he was trying to wait and pass that information along, wait until the last possible moment to make a play, but spider senses tingling on Teeny as he snaps, and it ends up spoiling that offensive round for the Seattle Sloths. It is going to be a 4-on-4 hit here through train and A site. Atlanta Days are going first blood.
Man, the size going Atlanta Days. Grizz right there. Look at this. Look at right there. 4 kills for the size of the Seattle Sloths right now. There's 5 right there for Seattle Sloths to take this 27-26 life lead right there. And you can see that the pressure's going on to this B site for the size of Atlanta Days. But Fury, he is playing this top area, top platform area. Jeff jumped down, looking for 1, looking for 2. But the team is all there for the size of Seattle Sloths right now. And Atlanta Days, they did just happen to get broken off that B side. They look like they're gonna try to make another play for this A side, but they first got to work trying to get these players from setting up a spawn trap. These other slots players set up the spawn trap.
An impulse there went and hunted the player down at docks to cut him down. They just know where these Atlanta players are at all times. Right now, it's 3 players on the site for Atlanta over here trying to get A progress in. The first ticks in, you have 1 at both site. Unfortunately, you only have 40 seconds left to get either, and well, you get wiped off the A point. It's back to square one, and 2 Seattle players off spawn are flying at B. That's just great game awareness to know, hey, they've got 30 seconds left. This is really their only option, so it's going to be a 3v3 here at P2 for this B site. So far, going the way of Atlanta Dazed, trying to see if the stack's going to come in, but so long as Jeff is standing, he's going to be a problem. It's going to be no problem for Atlanta now to get this B site as they get him cleared off. Fury trying to fly in here and make some magic happen.
Yeah, Fury's still going after this B side. They're not giving it up. They're not letting Atlanta Days get this B side. 16 seconds left, 15 seconds left. Q is going in the favor right now for the Seattle Sloths right now. Fury is currently in this P2 little room, little small room, stair room, and he's doing a big job. Currently on a 5 streak. 3 seconds left for Atlanta Days to try to get to this B side. 1 player did make it. Fury from the top ropes. Can he find him? He did find BK. He's currently on a 6th street. 1 more would be huge. He find it. He did get the 7. I think he got it before he got taken out. And there is a big round for Sloths. And I think the glide bomb did get secured by my man Fury.
And we're in around number 5 here. What a control we've had thus far. It's obviously going to be Atlanta with the fewer ticks of progression, only getting 2 in that round. Seattle having 10 total ticks out of 12. Gonna have the defense, and there the offense couldn't win due to the spawn trap. Seattle, you just got to replicate that to take this one home. They're gonna send a hard counter over to A because that's been the attack so far, but I love this from Atlanta. Gonna 4-stack B and already 1 tick of progress in.
Yeah, man, they was just like, let's get B out the way. and try to work with a lot of time to get this
I
A.
love
Look at
it.
the kills going in the favor of Atlanta Dazed. They have 2 players on this B side. B is finally secured. Add another minute to the clock. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to try to get to this A site. And Cash, you said it was a good play, and I think it might just be a great play for Atlanta Dazed.
They just can't get wiped quickly on transition. They're staying alive so far. Royal doing a great job here at Docks, trying to play his life and keep Seattle players from getting further up and putting them in a spawn trap. Player 8 and Teeny has slipped through, but Jeff is on the hunt once again. Not going to let Trigger Discipline spoil his round this time. Cuts down Teeny and sends him back to the respawn screen. For Atlanta Dazed, you have a decent bit of the map right now. Seattle kind of hunkered back and playing a bit more safe and a bit more passive with a minute 40 on the clock. They don't want to give anything up in this round. Number 5, you're not going to see this aggressive defensive style out of them in this round. They're going to play it safe, play it close, and Atlanta Dazed, they're grouped up and ready for the run.
Yeah, you got players like Jeff and Fury just being nuisances, trying to hit nice little pitches. Fury got taken down by Teeny. There is 2 down that just win the favor for Atlanta Days. Look like they got the kills in their favor to get this map control, but there is 2 instantly kills that go in their favor. One by Impulse, one by Jeff. For the Seattle Sloth, Impulse is currently clearing this segment at this A site. Glide bomb by Fury, hit zigzag, 18 to 15 in lives for the size of Seattle Sloths. A minute and 5 on the clock, and these Atlanta Days players are trying, look like they're trying to go trying to go through mid and P3, but the reads are there for the Seattle Sloths.
They're making great reads. They find the kills. Player 7 and Zigzag trying to play a wonderful timed route. If his teammate BK can get up with him, that would be amazing. But Zigzag really just trying to wait for someone to come through. Royal gonna call the glide in. It's not gonna come to anything. And Royal and Impulse here duking it out at 39 and 38 kills respectively. Have yourself a map. Gonna come down to the wire. 30 seconds left. Seattle up 4 lives, but Atlanta still creeping around trying to make something happen. Just can't get the reinforcements up in time. You know Zigzag's here. You're gonna snap and get the kill. And with 20 seconds left, hold your pre-aims, and this will be your round, Seattle.
Yeah, they got a couple players pushed up now in great positions. Grizz is up here in this front train area. He's gonna be the one. He's gonna be the one to make it a little hard. It's 8 seconds left to try to get to this hill. The kills got to go in the favor of the Atlanta Days. They got 2 players close to this hill, and they currently won this battle. There's the last one. Jeff gets him off the hill with the little dance he did, and there is Seattle Sloths who are going to take this control. They took us all the way to round 5. Atlanta Days did make it crazy, but Seattle Sloths, they come out on top, and they're currently ahead in this series 2-1. Cash. Days
They do find.
force a game 5. You guys got to continue sit here and watch here live on the COD Rec League. It's Top Life, it's Cash, and we are into this action as we see zigzag, hit middle, nades, grenades, all getting thrown over to this field side. BK zigzag, zigzagging BK started off with the opening kills for the size of Atlanta Days, and they're gonna take early time on this hill.
And that's behind Zigzag getting mid-map control. It's so important on Tuscan. It doesn't matter what mode you're playing. S&D control, hardpoint, doesn't matter. Mid-map is everything here, especially off your opening break. Atlanta recognized that. They capitalize, and now look how far they get to progress up and chop these players down off spawn. First 27 seconds going their way, and they're going to look to try to get P2 spawns. Player 2 and Zigzag looking to get up and get Mixie in church. Really start to work and spawn these Seattle Sloths players out. A beautiful opening from them, and now on rotation, they've got players flying around. You see the spawn out come in, Fury spawning deep, relaying that to the team. It's up to Atlanta to capitalize, but a couple players fall early.
Man, Atlanta Days came out high. I think before they dropped, they was like as a team on a 12 streak, which started them off with a 48-3 lead. Now this P2 is starting off. Kills are still going in the favor for the Atlanta Days. Teeny and Braille got killed. Zigzag is watching over this top radio room. Atlanta Days are doing a great job right now, rotating to the tail, getting in the power positions they were needed. Royal currently on a 3 streak, 7-3 for his team before he finally gets taken down. BK is currently collecting this hard point time, and there is a break that did come in at the end. So let's see if Atlanta decides to rotate or will they try to hit this one more time.
Seeing as you've got to push through the point anyway, they might opt just to give it one last go and secure the scrap time. They do with that kill there, and It was Teeny on rotation, trying to get some kind of headway made for the team. And Teeny's been a blast to watch. His POV, he is constantly moving around like a maniac, head on a swivel, looking for any kind of gunfight and engagement. Is hardly caught sprinting, always knowing where these players are coming from. The first hit is going to come in from Roof, but with player 5 and Jeff finding that kill, causes some heads to turn. Pinch, though, on the site coming in from Atlanta now.
Yeah, there we go. BK with one coming down fire stairs. You got Royal coming from this outer from the backside, but Jeff is there. Jeff is there for the size of the Seattle Sloths to spoil this first opening break for the size of Atlanta Dazed. Now they're gonna try to push this again. Two players are coming through this top fire, so they're gonna try the fire push again behind the gunny of BK and Royal. BK gets one, but Royal gets taken down quickly by Impulse, and that is a great Fountain Hill hold by the side of Seattle Sloth, and Jeff is currently on a fire streak.
Jeff playing really well, and what was getting the socks rocked off here the first two hills, Seattle battled back and showed that they can get a strong hold here. Now we go over to P4, which can be quite the scrappy hill. Seattle are going to look to try to break early behind the kills of Jeff, who is on a 7 streak. Full streaks, make that 8. Not going to slow down anytime soon, and trying to battle the team back into this. Still down 20 points. Seattle Sloths, though, they're turning up.
Yes, they are turning up. The Royals right there with a nice two-piece from the top of the church where he finally gets taken down. But Atlanta Dazed players are currently on this hill. Impulse from the top church trying to get two, but he finally gets taken down. But his teammates Grizz is right there to have his back. So the Seattle Sloths are currently on this hill right now. 30 seconds already taken off. They have currently control. They're waiting for these players from Atlanta Dazed to try to push in. Jeff is getting aggressive, pushing up to this pushing up down ramp, trying to go through P2. See if he can find Teeny with the pistol. The pistol was out before he finally gets traded out. Atlanta Dazed may be here to get the rest of the scrap time, but the rotation is on for the Seattle Sloths.
And if you're Atlanta, it's fortunate because you did so much work in the first two hills that even though Seattle made a great stand the last two hills and got a majority of the time, it only cut the lead to 30 points. Seattle still have so much work to do. They're still in the game, of course, but so much work to do to even draw this even. The P1 is going to be a nice reset, but they still have to get a quick break in here because as much as you're like, wow, that was a great two hills, Atlanta Dazed have already extended this lead back out to nearly 50 points before Seattle can get in. And if you're the Dazed, that's just a testament to how strong of a respawn team they are.
Yeah, Atlanta Dazed did not come in dazed on this hard point. They came in ready to fry. Look at the kill feed, 3 in the favor for Atlanta Dazed. They're currently got two players on this hard point, just doing a great job of making this P5 a money hill for them. Like you said, the lead just jumped right back up, 140 to 81 currently right now. The next player up is Grizz. He gets taken down by BK. Royal with a nice kill onto this rotation. And as this next hill gets ready to start off, it's going to be in the full favor of Atlanta Dazed.
60 seconds were accrued by Seattle Sloths through P1 and P2. They have earned 20 seconds in the last three hills. They've completely been stopped, what we thought was, really strong for them. They end up getting nullified, and Atlanta continue growing their lead out to a substantial margin. It's been crazy what they've been able to do here. The lead is still over 50 points. Seattle are trying to right their wrongs, P1, and start to make this a game once again. We had a 50-point lead grown by Atlanta in map 1, and we saw Seattle bring it back. You just hope they can bring it back sooner than later so that they can keep themselves within striking distance. And so far through P1, they're doing just that, soaking up every bit of time.
Yeah, this is the rotations, man. Look like I thought Atlanta Dazed had the favor, but Seattle Sloth did a great job of getting those last kills. Now the rotation is currently going to be on for this P2. Player 5, that is Jeff. He finds one before he finally gets traded out by Teeny. So when this P2 starts off, it should be in the favor of Atlanta Dazed. They need to just keep jumping on these hard points, keep trying to get their lead, trying to get closer to that 250 mark because they know how strong of a team Seattle Sloths is. Zigzag currently on this hill for the first 20 seconds of hard point time. He finally gets the kill, 3 in the favor for Atlanta Dazed. Fury, he's up, but he gets taken down. And Atlanta Dazed, they do a great job of getting this first 30 seconds on this hard point.
Atlanta have more than arrived. Quite the turnaround from map number 1. You need to come out and win a respawn here to keep the series alive, and they're doing just that. Now up over 50 points once again. If they can hold on to the rest of this time and then some, they could cross that 200-point mark as well. Seattle Sloths heads kind of turn around mid-map, and they're like, you know what, we've got to chalk it up. We've got to get a money hill hold here. 60 seconds here would be great, and it would put you at that 195 mark. But the way Atlanta's been able to break, it's quite the ask.
Yeah, it is. You can see BK, he's already here putting on shots. Royal is already making the pinch onto this roof area, but Jeff is making the pinch on to hit him. If Jeff can make this play, this would be big, but you can see that the break is on for the size of the Atlanta Dazed team. He currently on a 5 before he got taken down. 4 kills that just went in the favor for the Seattle Sloths. So Atlanta Dazed, they did a job of breaking that hill, but Seattle Sloths had a great rebound.
They've rebounded and they've held on to this time. A pinstripe kill feed. BK now going to be soaking up this time, but Grizz is ready for the player coming through Vines. Grizz is going to stand up and try to find the other one. His teammate is there to help him out, holding from the front and still getting bits of time. Are the Seattle Sloths? It's not going to be enough by the end of this to put them at a tied game because it wasn't a full 60, but it will definitely put them within 40 to 35 points. They don't get the rest of the scrap time, so it is going to stay out well over 50. They have to contest every bit of time from here on out. They win the gunfights on rotation, but a pinch very quickly developing from Atlanta.
Yeah, and the Seattle Sloths, they're already here on this hill. They're waiting. They had to play the power positions, trying to make sure they stop these players from Atlanta Dazed. But Royal, BK, Zigzag, all of Atlanta Dazed just get 4 kills to wipe out these Seattle Sloths players. Send these Seattle Sloths to flip the spawns in their favor. Royal on a 6-piece top church holding down. They're only 20 seconds away. They could win it here if they just hold down these hills. They got to make sure they get the kills going in their favor and they could win here. And that's what they're doing right now. It's only a 10-point game that 11-point game that Atlanta Dazed needs to win this hard point, and the kills are just going in their favor right now. BK currently on the hill. He finds impulse. There's BK with another one currently on a 5. She currently on a 6. This hill is being contested. 6 seconds are needed for the side of Atlanta Dazed, and that last kill may do it. Glide bomb came in. Impulse with a nice contest, and that contest is what they needed for the rotation. But player 2, Zigzag, is there, and this is Seattle Sloths. Atlanta Dazed winning this game 250 to 164 to force us to a game 5 cash.
You were right in saying that Atlanta came out slow in map 1 because they have not been playing slow these last 3 maps. Of course, they've taken an unfortunate map
And
3.
we're here. Let's get it.
I'm excited to be here, and yeah, a first game back, and we're already seeing a game 5. I couldn't be more excited. Off this break, Atlanta Dazed are gonna go 1-1, top and bottom of the map, 2 through mid, and already on this B site, getting it down. I love the intensity and the pace that they play with. Fury though, gonna get the kill off bomb as his teammate and Zigzag stops looking over him. So that kind of blows up this round. Jeff once again getting aggressive through the mid map and able to find a sneaky pick. Seattle Sloths, where they need to respond this opening round, they have done just that. They flipped this on its head.
Yeah, got the bomb down right. Got the bomb carrier as he's planning, so they know exactly where the bomb is. They know that the players have to come to this site to try to take this site. BK last one alive, but he gets taken out by Grizz. Seattle Sloths with a nice opening round 1 win, and that's what you need, Cash. After losing a hard point like we just seen them lose, to start off a search and destroy round 1 with a very dominant win is what you need to build that confidence up to take this map 5.
It is. They know that they only won 2 rounds the last search and destroy. They want to try to make that different, of course, and win this search and destroy in its entirety. And like you said, such a strong way to come out. They won their defensive round. Now on offense, can they make something different? No one with the bomb just yet, but they're going to go back and scoop it up and be favoring towards this A site. Unfortunately for them, Atlanta favoring it as well. Royal opens up with the big first blood.
Yeah, Royal caught that player impulse slipping on his outer little trench, little train area. But he's right there with another kill onto Furry. They're looking for Royal. He cannot be taken down. It is afforded to a life advantage for the Atlanta Dazed. Jeff, he is currently on a pinch on the flank, but Royal is too much to handle. And there goes Atlanta Dazed getting this round win 1-1 and tying this search and destroy up 1-1.
Similar to how map number 2 went, we saw them handshake through the first 4 rounds, back and forth we went. Atlanta find a way to respond back. Of course, that's behind Royal playing a wonderful heady over on the A site, and Seattle Sloths not being able to make anything come of it. If I'm Atlanta, you can opt for that B hit again, but a player in zigzag can't leave your bomb carrier. You know that Seattle will get aggressive to the mid map. Jeff once again already pressed up into top university, trying to wait and see something happen. Impulse with a beautiful lane to look through. Nice and hidden, but BK with the first blood.
Bomb going down on this A site now by Teeny. Wednesday man got the man advantage. Jeff trying to go over the top ropes. Let's see if he just hops it, but no, he decides to try to play for the kill. He does hop it, but he gets found out quick by Teeny, and there is a 3-2 life advantage. Impulse, he's currently in the back trying to get this play. He jumped on it real quick. He's going for the defuse. Let's see if he can get it. The check is on by BK. Impulse did jump on with his life. Let's see if he can find the kill. He's chasing behind, but he finally gets figured out. And Atlanta Dazed with a nice round win right there. But Cash, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I did like the two attempts to jump on the bomb. Make sure that they're being on their guards.
Yeah, I did like that. That's gonna be in the back of Atlanta's mind on their offensive rounds to keep an eye out for. You know, Seattle's gonna try to stick that, and yeah, I don't mind it. You just try to see if it works. It's not like it's 5-1 and you have no room for error. You try it out, see if you can catch Atlanta lacking. They were not, and they go up 2-1 here in our game 5 search and destroy. Seattle on offense gonna look to respond and keep this one close, but BK no sniper in hand, but still holding that long line of sight. Seattle leaning towards this B.
Yeah, lean towards B. Teeny got super aggressive, but I think he got pounded out by that flashbang. So he's gonna back up. Teeny did get the first blood before he gets traded, but Grizz get a nice little kill onto Royal. Teeny gets a kill on the Furry. Zigzag with the kill onto Grizz. Leave Atlanta Days and a 3-1. Jeff with a nice kill on the Teeny. He is by himself, but they know exactly where he is. He's trying to reposition himself, but I think he's just gonna run right into the fire of BK, and that's what he does. The Atlanta Days 3-1 are starting to run away with the Search and Destroy Cash.
They are once again, and that's just because Seattle aren't in a position to trade effectively. They keep getting caught out, and you know you can't win all of your ones all of the time. But before Seattle, they just aren't going your way. Grizz the only one with a positive KD here for the Sloths. Everyone but one person for the side of Atlanta with a positive kill death ratio. So for Seattle, if you can't win the first blood, at least find a way to trade it out. Gotta value your life a bit more and be ready for those gunfights.
Yeah, the Teeny already starting off with a nice first blood on to Fury. And he's going quick. He's going to get this bomb down at this A side, making these Seattle Star players force retake. Jeff currently get on the hill, but he gets taken down by Royal. 42 life advantage for Atlanta Days. 35 seconds on the clock. And Royal with a nice kill on the grid. Zigzag just Impulse ran right for the Zigzag. For Zigzag finally takes him out. And Atlanta Days, full momentum, are rolling right now through the Search and Destroy Cash.
They are rolling. This is definitely their preferred mode. Doesn't matter the map, they'll square up on anything, and they are starting to run away with this one, like you had said. Up 4-1, Seattle. They've got to find a way to respond to Bay. You don't want to put them at match point. You don't have much room for error, but so long as they aren't at round 5, you can at least afford to slip up one more time. Seattle Sloths here on offense have to make something stick, and I think it starts with the first blood. Teeny hyper aggressive up at this B site. We'll see how to be able to read this.
Oh, they did push shots on number Fury. He gets Teeny out for the nice first kill. Bomb going down on this B side. BK. He is watching over the sniper. Oh, let's see. Did he get Grizz? No, he did. He got Fury. He did get Fury. So BK with a nice kill. He's currently on a 5 streak with the boomy stick in hand. You guys, shots being fired on the Zigzag by Jeff. Jeff takes out Zigzag. Grizz, he's currently close to this bomb site, trying to make sure nobody is trying to defuse. Royal, he's playing this little heady. He gets a nice kill on the Grizz. Leaves it the 2-1. You see BK, he's hopping on it. Let's see if Grizz can get the angle. Grizz did get the angle. Leave Royal the last alive. Can Royal get the kill on the Grizz? He does. 12 seconds left. That's enough time to defuse. Atlanta Days, Cash. They're marching through this Search and Destroy.
They are marching. I like that round out of Seattle. It's unfortunate it didn't go their way. Jeff got a little too aggressive trying to take her out through spawn, and Atlanta was ready for it, and that put Grizz in a 1v2 situation that had to check the bomb and couldn't get backed up and had to take the gunfight against Royal. Now find themselves down 5-1. Really, for Seattle, who's standing out for me is someone who has made an impact all series and is having a slow search and destroys impulse. That is someone who, in the respawns, has really been the lifeline for them to find success. Sitting at 1-5 in this search and destroy now is definitely something you want to see improve. It's got to start now because Atlanta, like you had said, not dazed, definitely rolling through this one here, and only need one round to do it. Teeny, once again, up at this A site.
Oh, Teeny gets the nice kill after Zigzag gets the first blood onto Jeff, and Atlanta Days. They're one kill away from adding that first win under their on their win belt, but they got to deal with Impulse. If Impulse could turn his series around right now, this would be big for the Seattle Sloths, and I think that he has to make this play. He has to try to be careful, but I think BK has spotted him. BK just got away with his life. They know exactly where Impulse is. The team has jumped on him. Atlanta Days win this series 6-1. They have proved, like you mentioned, Cash, that they are a search and destroy team, and they have added a win to the win column for their